Hi there everybody, Dave here from Hey You Guys. Welcome to another Mouth Off, where this time we're going to be looking at Snow White, where we're calling this video In Defence of Snow White. I am joined by the wonderful Linda Marric.
Hello, hi Dave, how are you?
I'm very good, how are you?
Good, good, thanks.
Excellent. I'm also joined by my Funko Pop character of Snow White, so she's happy. And I've got some Lego somewhere as well that I meant to put out. Do let us know in the comments what you think as we're going along. Let us know if you've got an opinion about this film, if you've seen it, if you haven't. And if you haven't seen it, is it because of some of the things that have happened in the press? Or have you just not seen it because you haven't had a chance? Or maybe you're going to watch it on Disney Plus when it comes out on there, or Hulu if you're in America. And we've called this video In Defence of Snow White. And the reason we've done that is because if I fire this, you will see Disney have used Linda's 4-star review across a fair bit of their marketing. So you'll see Hey You Guys mentioned a few times, which is always nice to see. Now, it's worth saying this isn't endorsed by Disney. We're doing this off our own back. Any review we ever do on Hey You Guys is completely our thoughts. Linda is our main reviewer, and she has reviewed this one completely of her own thoughts and completely unbiasedly. Now, Linda, this film has been quite divisive. I've seen quite a few articles of people sort of saying they hate it, other people saying they love it. You really liked it. 4 stars is a really good review. So do you want to tell us a little bit about why you liked it so much and what your thoughts are overall?
I think the reason why I liked it is probably part of the reason why some people hated it so much. I think with any given adaptation of an original idea, there is absolutely no point of remaking something if you're not going to inject something new and something fresh that really suits the era in which it's being adapted. If you're not doing any of that, if you're simply copying and pasting and just giving us exactly the same thing, there's absolutely no point in remaking it. This is a remake, obviously, of the much loved animation from the 1930s that everybody loves. But we are in 2025 and things have changed. The attitude towards things have changed. And I think there is the makers of this live action adaptation have every right to try and modernize this idea, modernize this fairy tale into something newer. I think the whole controversy started with Rachel Zegler being cast as Snow White all the way back in 2022. There were people, because she is part Latina and part Polish, and she's not exactly your average Caucasian Snow White. So already from the get-go, people had a problem with her being cast as Snow White, which is absolutely ridiculous because she is extremely talented, a fantastic singer. Anyone who saw her in Steven Spielberg's West Side Story can see the talent she's young lady has. And surely, casting someone in a role, the most important thing is that they can sing, they can act, and they can convincingly tell a story about that particular character. And she does all of those things here. The controversy started from there, and people say she didn't help herself by commenting on it. I see absolutely no problem with her commenting on it.
Well, hang on. Let's just take a pause there. So that's something else that's sort of been quite divisive. Is she's been in the press for saying certain things about the film and how it should be remade into 2025, but also various other things. Do you want to expand a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's other things. Okay, she said she liked that the film was remade in a different way to highlight the way things have changed. Therefore, she's not the love story in it is completely different from the original, which is good. I really like that, and I think it's a really good message to send to young girls. There is also other things involved in this, which are her views on the Middle East, and she's voiced quite, her support for the Palestinian cause quite, as often as she wanted. But she keeps being told you are not allowed to have those opinions. You're not allowed to say those things because you're sabotaging the movie. I don't think she is sabotaging the movie, and I think she's never going to please everyone. I think she's someone so young to be told from by a bunch of old fuddy-duddies that you're not allowed to have an opinion is absolutely ridiculous. We want us film stars to be interesting. We want them to have opinions. We want them to sort of to allow discourse and to appear clever and intelligent and capable of holding a conversation. You can. Why is someone like, let's say, Susan Sarandon allowed to say whatever she wants to say about any political stuff without losing any roles? And she has been saying that for years and years and years. I think if you are someone who is outspoken, you are allowed to be outspoken, and that shouldn't threaten your ability to be in a movie, threaten your career as a whole. And that, it feels to me, I know that up to I think 600 film critics around the world have signed this petition because to support Rachel, because we're seeing that there is like knives are out for her in Hollywood, and we don't understand why, because she has done absolutely nothing wrong. She's not the reason why some people have decided not to go to see the film. But let me just say this. Yeah, kids don't care about any of this nonsense. Kids are only interested in seeing Snow White, and having been to screenings where there have been kids, they absolutely loved it. I think surely that's the intended demographic, and as long as they're happy, as long as she is adorable, she's very likable in the film, the story is brilliant. I know some people weren't so sure about the way certain aspects of the movie were changed here and there, but that doesn't matter. This is a movie for kids, and kids are gonna lap it up. And this the message of the story is also really positive, and I really like that about it. If you are Disney, if it's a Disney movie that doesn't have that kind of like uplifting storyline, then what are we doing? And I really liked the film. I liked the way it looked. I liked the changes, and I liked her most importantly. I think she is really brilliant in this. She carries the movie from start to finish. And I wasn't bored for 1 second. I did not look at my watch for 1 second throughout it. I was just excited by it. And honestly, I was baffled by the reaction of some critics. And I think there's like an element of, yeah, let's just all get on this bandwagon, because if I give it a good review, I'm going to look like the odd one out. I've never been scared of being the odd one out. I think this is a good movie, and I think people should go see it.
No, that's great. I'm sensing some passion there, Linda.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So I'm looking at Box Office Mojo here, which is, if you don't know, is a website where it's sort of you can type in any film and it will show you how much it's made domestically, which means in America generally if the film's been made there, and then internationally. So looking at this, so I just looked up apparently, and these figures aren't 100% accurate, I don't think, when you Google them, but Box Office Mojo is pretty good at pulling in all the data, and I think that is accurate. But the film apparently cost $209 million to make, which is a lot of money, and currently worldwide it's made 143. The $209 million is what it cost to make the film, doesn't include marketing. So it's a fair whack, and so it hasn't made its money back yet, which is probably for Disney is a big problem. But actually the fact we're talking about it is the sort of thing that Disney will like us doing, because it makes it a talking point, which is good for marketing. I feel
like there hasn't been a great deal of marketing. I mean, I know the premiere that was supposed to be happening in London didn't happen. And
what was the reason for that?
I have no idea, and I think that was a mistake. I think Disney should have had the premiere, and I think because she's like, people love her, young people really love her, and I'm hoping by watching what our little video, I'm going to encourage more people who are like, sort of politically minded, or not even politically minded, people who believe in freedom of speech, people who believe of giving this young woman a chance, at a career, to go and see it. If you've not seen it yet, and if you've waited till like this next weekend to go see it, please go see it, because if you don't, then you are basically just adding more fuel to the haters' agenda. And there's a lot of hate, a lot of sort of identity politics attached to this, which should not really happen, because I just feel like people are taking a stand over things they don't quite understand. If you've not seen the movie, you're not allowed to hate on it. Go, by all means, hate on it if you like, but go and see it first.
Do you think a lot of people, so we're in an age now where Disney will release everything. So in America they have Hulu, in the UK we have Disney Plus. So a lot of people who have children who can't necessarily afford to go to the cinema because it's not cheap. So with my 3 kids, it would cost me somewhere in the region of 50 quid, I reckon. Maybe not quite that, maybe £40 to go and see. And whereas it will come on Disney Plus, which I also subscribe to, where I can see it there in, part of my subscription. So do you think that's making a difference?
Making a difference, people not bothering to go.
Not going to the cinema,
yeah, I agree. Actually, yes, I think so. I think loads of people, I mean, why would you? If you can wait a few weeks, 6-7 weeks, and then you go and see it when it's on Disney Plus, then yeah, especially people with really small kids and who just want to park their kids in front of the TV when they're doing stuff. And I think that is understandable as well, and probably cheaper. But at the same time, there's nothing beats that excitement of taking really small children and to the cinema with their popcorn, maybe their first visit to the cinema, and seeing something as beautiful as this is really like colourful and beautifully rendered. I just think best way of seeing movies. I've always said this, Dave. I say it every time. The best way of seeing films is to go and see them in the cinema. Okay, but maybe a second rewatch at home, but go see them in the cinema. Kids will love it. They will love sitting there and getting excited about watching it. And
Well, we started HeyUGuys because of our love of movies and cinema, right? So why would we have done it if we didn't? I think it's what I'm picking up from you also is we've got the Easter holidays coming up, so it's also possible that during Easter the numbers will start ramping up in America and the UK and worldwide.
yeah.
But from what I'm hearing from you, you think it might be parents sort of their own thoughts that might be therefore affecting their kids.
I
Going
think if you tell people for months and months and months this movie is going to be terrible because this person has said this and this person has said this and this they're doing this to your beloved movie and they're ruining this about your beloved movie, that sticks. What I want to do in making this video, what I want the message to be is forget what you heard about it. Forget what other people are saying about it. What you need to do is go and see for yourself. And I think more of an effort should have been made into countering all the negativity about the movie that was going on for months.
How would you conscious that we've talked about it for a while, but how do you do that?
I think what should have happened, maybe, I count myself as someone more of a liberal view, more left-wing view, obviously. And that is not anything to do with, hey, you guys, this is my opinion. I'm only talking in my political opinion. As someone, I think we should have seen it earlier on and defended it a bit more. I think we should have defended its right to exist in a way it is right now, as in being remade for a modernized, modern sort of, so kids can watch it and not think that a fairy tale is when a princess is finally saved by a prince. I think fairy tale can be, and also like the idea of a Latina actress not being able to be Snow White because she's not white enough. It's not about whiteness. If you think that's what it's about, you've missed the point of Snow White. Snow White is about the purity or fairest of them all, fair inside. Who is the fairest? Who is the nicest? Who is the kindest person? It's not about who is the whitest. You can take whatever you want from a fairy tale. This kind of interpretation of it should belong to the 21st century, because we've moved on from sort of these racial stereotypes. I think, and the character that she played, the Rachel Zegler plays here, is someone who is striving to be fair to her people. So it works in that way as well. I think more of us should have stood up for it instead of we just sat by the wayside and let other people who aren't really interested in film, who aren't really interested in making any kind of like a useful discourse towards movies, to sort of to conduct this whole conversation around it. And I am actually quite angry that we more of us didn't. I know it's all well and good that 500 people or 600 people signed this petition, but I think we should have really stood by her and stood by Disney as well in trying to sort of uplift this adaptation and its directors and their courage in sort of trying to make it something different.
Well, I guess that's exactly what we're trying to do with this video. I've got no, that I don't know if I said actually at the start, but I've not seen this film yet, so I'm very much sitting on the fence, and Linda is guiding us. I'm just looking at IMDb. IMDb has got out of 268,000 ratings, 1.6 out of 10. But I wonder if the haters have just jumped on board. And
absolutely, because IMDb lets anyone review, and I doubt very much.
Rotten Tomatoes giving it. Let's have a quick look. Rotten Tomatoes. So White has given it 41%, which because a lot of people aren't liking the film I think, and a lot are. So maybe sort of 50% is a fair representation. I don't know.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think I think it's a better movie than those reviews are. Would suggest.
Like looking at the top critics, you've got a quite a varied. I'd say it's more negative. In fact, it's probably 40% ish about, and then a few good ones as well. So it's. But I mean, ultimately, go see the film. And what we didn't say at the start of this was, please let us know what you think in the comments. Like, if you think that what Linda said is correct, which I do, go and see the film and make your own mind up, and actually see the film for what the film is, as opposed to all the gubbins that goes around it. Then let us know. And if you've got your own opinions as well, please put them in the comments. But Linda, is there anything else that we've missed that you wanted to say?
I was going to say, sometimes reviews are just reviews and they don't mean anything. If you have a look at The Greatest Showman, to a film to which I gave 4 stars, and everyone thought I was absolutely out of my mind for giving it 4 stars, and everyone came out of it saying, what is this bullshit, what is this nonsense? I ended up.
This is the greatest show, Linda.
Yeah, one of the biggest movies ever, and people kept going back and seeing it several times, and it has nothing to do. I think sometimes a review is just a review. It doesn't matter. Reviews don't matter. Who matters are the kids who are going to watch this movie. Take your kids to go watch it. They won't care about the politics around it. They will just enjoy Rachel and her singing and her acting.
Yeah, I need to take my 7-year-old to see it over Easter so that I got an opinion. I've got my Snow White pop Funko character here. She's looking cool. She doesn't look upset about anything.
No,
she's just
she's happy.
She's doing all right.
She's living her life.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you so much, Linda, for that. And thanks to everybody who has watched this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and do let us know what you think in the comments. We want to try and do some more of these videos. Obviously, this is quite a divisive one, and we like doing the reviews, and it's something we should do more of. So if you like them, let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, tell your friends, and Linda, I look forward to seeing you on the next one of these. Take care, everybody.
Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Hey You Guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!
Hey, that's what they all say.
Hey, you guys!
Hey, you guys!